Hey all you hippies, welcome to Hippie Chic Designs. Today we will be creating our ice dye hippie square. We will be working with a 5X shirt today. This has been soaking in our soda ash. It's actually been soaking for a few days. I keep about 4 or 5 shirts in my paint bucket full of soda ash. Okay, so we're gonna straighten the shirt out, flatten it all out. And we're going to find our center of the shirt. And we're going to get our washable red marker. Okay, so we have our marker. We're going to find the center of our shirt. So we're going to fold our shirt in half. We're going to mark our center. We're going to mark on the outside. And we're going to mark on the inside. So there's our center of our shirt. So we are going to take the 2 red lines, pinch them and pull it apart. All right, so we're going to lay our shirt down. And we are going to spread this out. We're going to make sure our straight is even up top. We're going to take our hand, put it through the shirt, the sleeve, keep everything straight. Top of the shirt, the top of the seam on the other side. Keep it straight, pull it through straight. We're going to take our hand and we're going to pinch it. We're going to put, hold on to it, pull the other side all the way through. All right, so pull it there. Our seams at the bottom should match up. Let's get our shirt through. Here's our 2 inside seams. We're going to straighten that out. We're going to hold our inside seam. We're going to hold the middle of the shirt and we're going to shake it out. Lay it flat on the table. Just match everything up. Make sure that's even. I like to take the 2 ends and I like to shake out all the creases. All right, so we're going to put up that in. We're going to straighten up this side. Make sure the sleeve is nice and flat. Put your hand on the inside and straighten that out. The 2 seams are running together. All right, here is the front of the shirt. Make sure, let's shake it out one more time just to make sure all the gathering is straight. Once again, we're going to make sure that everything is even. All right, here's the top of the shirt, and we're ready to start folding. So this is a pretty simple fold. We're just going to fold it this way for a square. That's half of a square right there. Fold it under. And then we're going to fold it over like that. We're going to move this down a little. And then we're just going to fold it this way. All right. So when you unfold it, it's actually going to be squares. This is just half the square we're doing right now. So our squares are actually folded in half until we unfold it, and that's when you get the nice square design. All right. So we're going to bring it back over. Kind of looks like a triangle there. All right. So we're ready to start putting our clamps and our rubber bands on. And there's no wrong way. You can start from this side, you can start from this side. You can even fold this under to get more of a symmetrical design. You can leave it out. Like I say, it's always a mystery when we go to rinse the shirt how it turns out. So I am going to get my supplies here. We have our rubber bands, we have our forceps, and now you're just going to start folding. I'm going to fold this way and put my rubber band here, and then we'll add some forceps for a little more creative design. All right, so we're just going to bunch it up right here in the middle. Keep the rubber band right in the middle. And that's just going to hold it together while we do the rest of the design. Like I say, you can put your rubber bands anywhere you'd like. A lot of times when I fold shirts, I do it different each time. All right, so we're going to fold our shirts, put it together with our rubber bands. Start from the outside, putting your rubber bands on. Some more rubber bands here. I'm going to put another rubber band on the end here. Okay, so this was the middle, the point right here. This was the middle. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of creativity here. On this tip here, we're going to put our forceps there. We're going to put another forceps right here. It doesn't have to be even, it can be side by side, it can be up a little, down a little, any way you'd like. So now we're going to take another one and we're going to, all right, let's slant this one this way. We're going to slant that one that way. And we're going to slant this forceps this way. If you want to be more creative, you can even find a different part of the fold and you can put more forceps there. But this will be the basic idea. You'll see when we go to unfold this how it's going to turn out. All right. This one we can go ahead and just secure it more right here on this side of the point. And just to make it symmetrical, we're going to put another rubber band on the other side of the point right here. So we'll have this rubber band here. We're going to move this down a little bit even with the other rubber band. We're going to have that there. So we have the point of the square. We have the two rubber bands on this side. We have one rubber band here and here. One rubber band here. This is actually unfolding the sleeves. So we're gonna slide this rubber band here to be just like the other side. All right, so we got one on each, we got one here, we got one for the sleeve, but we're gonna match this one over here, so we're gonna put one right here. The tighter the rubber bands, the more the line you'll see when you unfold your shirt. You can put them loose, you can put them all which way. We're gonna tighten this one up a little bit. All right, so now we are ready for the next step. Okay, so we have our shirt all folded with our forceps on it. We have our on our rack in our baby pool to catch all the drippings or mess. We have our towel here. We have our little baby spoon for the dye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my protective gear on so I don't breathe none of these fumes from the dust or get any in my eyes. You know, one thing the mask does help is when you're sprinkling powdered dye, if you breathe on it just a little too heavy, the dye, the powder will and just spread everywhere. So another thing the mask does is keeps you from breathing on it and spreading your dye. Okay, so let's get started. The first color I'm going to use is marigold. I'm not going to use a lot of marigold. I'm just going to use enough to accent certain parts of it. So we're going to put a little bit on the tip here. What I like to do is I like to spread it and make sure that none of it rolls off. Okay, so we have this there. Let's put another bit on maybe around the sleeve area. I'm gonna put a little right there. We're just gonna squish it down so it doesn't fall off. Let me put another line right here. Just a little accent of the marigold. Marigold is a beautiful color. I just started using it this year and it just really puts a nice twist to your color. Okay, so we're going to squish it down. Wipe the edges of the dye. Your spoon, you don't want to waste none, so wipe the dye off. We're going to put this one over here so we know we used it, and we're going to wipe it off with our beautiful tie-dye towel. All right, the next color we're going to use purple. And you can use any color scheme you like. Sometimes colors you think that don't go together really look awesome together. All right, we're going to put a little bit there. And we're going to put a little bit there. This is going to be our center design. So we're gonna squish down that purple, lay it down, it doesn't roll off, gets down in the fabric. All right. Right there. And you can be creative, you can go anywhere with it. Let's see, so we're gonna put purple over here. going to spread it down. And a lot of times it doesn't matter if you drip the dye down in the baby pool, because most of the time you're going to recycle your dye. Remember, you're going to put another shirt underneath of it to catch the drippings to save money. That's another way to save money. All right, so we got the center and the two sides. We're going to put, let's put some purple over here next to this marigold. Just to accent it a little. This is up towards the collar. You can see the collar right here. So this is going to be more towards the collar. And this is the sleeve over here. We can put, we have enough purple towards the sleeve. That'll be good. Let's wipe our spoon off with all the dye. We don't want to waste the dye. Get it on your shirt. All right, so we're going to put the purple away. Over there. Let's wipe our spoon off. All right, so next we have teal. This is a beautiful color. So we are actually going to put teal in the middle. All right. Certain areas you do need to put more dye than others. All right, so we're going to put a little teal over here. Push that down so it doesn't roll off. All right. If you want less white, you can put more color. I like white. I think that accents the color, so I don't put as much as some of the artists do. All right, so now we're going to have, this is going to be a pretty color up near the sleeve. All right, let's spread this one all around. Let's put a little more here, and a little more here. And we're going to squish that down. Just like you're painting it on. Just use your little baby spoons, paint it on. All right, so we got all the color off the spoon. Next, we're going to go to our next color. All right, we'll put this over on that side. We're going to wipe our spoon off. All right, our next color is going to be black. Black just brings out the other colors really well. All right. Put it on there. Sometimes when your fabric is not that flat and your dye rolls off it, and that's why I like to squish it down. Now most of the time you'll use a form, and you'll sprinkle your powder in the form, and that way it won't fall off. It'll be up next to the form. But for video's sake, so that you can see everything, I'm not going to use a form today. All right. Let's put this lid on. Let's wipe our spoon off. All right, so next we are going to put the ice on before you put your blocks up against your material. All right, so we're going to let this sit overnight, and then tomorrow we will rinse it out. Okay, so now that we've rinsed it out, we are going to take our rubber bands and our forceps off. And remember, don't cut them off. You're going to be reusing these rubber bands. Okay, so I'm taking the last rubber band off. I'm going to spread my shirt out And I'm going to continue to rinse it one more time. Oh my goodness, look at this hippie square. That is awesome. All right, let me spread it out. Let me rinse it one more time before I completely unfold it. We're going to rinse it just a little more. Okay, so we rinsed our shirt, we unfolded it. Oh, look at that awesome hippie square. What we'll do next is we're going to put it in the spinner that my son got me. It's a portable spinner. Then we'll put it in the dryer. And it's all ready. This is a 5X ice dye hippie square. Let's keep tie-dye from dying out. Peace out, hippies.